Morning, 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 everybody. Welcome. I am Mary June Tracy. I am the Guru Mama, spiritual love of life coach and astrologer, bringing you the 411 of the Cosmic Highway. I'm just grabbed my Bach remedy book, and it was a little bit yucky. It was sitting in a bottom shelf. So I'm cleaning it off because I don't know about you, and I would just love to hear some of your feedback from you guys. Like for myself, I know the energies. I mean, there's some pretty good stuff out there energetically, and it's kind of like the moon's in Virgo, and that could be it because the moon's in Virgo. Virgo always makes me antsy. The energies of I love Virgos, but working I love Virgos when they're doing stuff for me. But the Virgo energy can make me kind of antsy, and I'm just wondering if any of you guys are feeling a little bit of like anxiety. If you're feeling a little bit of anxiety today, or if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, being overwhelmed today. So what I'm doing, and I pulled out my ashwanga. Just to let you know, I do have this stuff, ashwanga. And I also pulled out my Bach remedy and my vervain. So vervain. And I pulled out my Bach flower remedy book for that. I also have olive too. So I have olive. I couldn't find it right away. And the olive is really a nice one too. If you haven't ever used Bach remedy before, Bach remedy is the essence of the plant and bringing in that energy of the essence of the plant. So, and working with the true essence of the plant. And the vervain, I'm just going to pull it up here so I can give you the info on it, which I don't take too many of these things very often. But I've been calling in Archangel Michael since last night. So I know I can feel there's something rumbling. There's some craziness that's happening. I know it could be that I'm feeling the riots in South Africa, which are horrendous. The riots in South Africa. There's riots right now in Cuba, people coming in, standing for their rights. And what they're protesting is what is being pushed upon us right now within our own country. And with the vervain, the vervain is relates to the soul potential of self-discipline and restraint. So the negative vervain state, the will is directed to much of the outside, and energies are not used economically and therefore squandered. So what I'm feeling is that with the energies, I'm feeling a lot of the outside mundane muggle world energy. The energy that is coming in from the restraints. So the restraints of, the Six of Cups came in this morning for my reading on TikTok. And it's the restraints of the world around us. So feeling the trauma and the disillusions, and then being very restrictive with our mindset. And our mindset is where it's feeling that in the frustration where we want to go forward, or we feel that we're going forward, but maybe there is a feeling of not being able to. And the vervain wants to enthuse others with this idea in his excessive eagerness and uses too much pressure. And the vine deliberately uses a lot of pressure to achieve the egotistical ends. So a lot of times with vervain, very intense, focusing too strongly. So I can feel that intensity. I can feel that focus. So what the vervain wants us to work with and support, it's watching the impulsive, idealistic, and even fanciful. Tends to be weary type, speaks and moves swiftly. and stands up. Potential is standing up for your own ideas, but also gives others the right to have their opinion too. So with the vervain, it helps. And what I find for myself um, is to bring in the harmonizing energies. And I didn't take any yet. So what you do is that you got a little, you can put it in your water if you want, but I don't. Um, so I just take the vervain, and it tells you to take 20 drops. I just take 2 of these and I put it under my tongue. I put it under my tongue and I let it harmonize and I let it to work in. And putting it under your tongue goes directly because of the, oh, I don't know, because the little receptors, I'm going to call them, underneath your tongue can absorb it and it takes it to where it needs to go. So you can feel things, instantly. So that's why they say put it underneath your tongue, and it, especially for things to dissolve under your tongue. I'm going to take 2. And I love flower essence because they do bring in some really beautiful energy. And sometimes with this, and you can almost feel it working automatically. You can feel it working automatically, which is really beautiful. And it wants you to become a vessel for higher power and wholly give myself up to inner guides. So this is helping to harmonize the energies, to use them with more care and to better effect. And especially if you're feeling like today, I can feel my tummy and I got little pings in my heart today. So I knew there was some stuff that's up. And even though the energies are here for us to move forward and have us, especially with that Mars and Venus energy, and Venus is the evening star. She's very powerful in the evening. She's coming into this robust energy of enlightening our way, lighting the way for the in the darkness, and having this energy come forth. And we are watching our path, but there's other energies that are around that seem to want to infiltrate or push up against our harmony, our road. And we may feel overwhelmed. And this is where, dancing, Tai Chi comes in, doing breath work, meditation can really come in and bring in really nice harmonizing energies. Because I feel, and I can, with Michael coming forth, and Michael's being very strong lately, and Gabriel's been coming in since yesterday, and feeling that harmonizing energy with Gabriel and Michael is wanting us to voice our creativity, yet knowing that you are protected within that realm of doing what you are doing, and know that you have support. So understand that any system will break down sometimes, or others, if consistent tension is applied. And that's where I'm feeling is that there's a lot of tension being applied for a breakdown to happen. And in my own vibration, I can feel it. So hence I did the vervain. And I'll wait a bit before I do the ashwanga. And then I'll probably do the ashwanga in about an hour or so, and help me to mellow out with the energies, and harmonize and ground and root. So ashwanga can help you to ground and will help you to really root some of the energies that are coming forth. And this is where, when you're tuning in to your own energies, when you're tuning into your harmonics, and harmonics is coming in too. So I know the harmonic energies are coming in because I can see the golden dragons. When the harmonic energies are coming forth, they are wanting to harmonize, they are wanting to work within our system. And when we are harmonizing our own selves, like coming into our vibration and our flow, it's really important for us to tune in, our clairsensitive, our clairaudio, and tuning into how we are feeling. Because when we can tune in, and I know some of you have, when you're doing that, it's like irritable or nervous, or nerves are raw when things are not progress well as expected. And that's the other part that I'm seeing, is that there's a lot of rawness that's coming in. So rawness of nerves, rawness of energy that's coming in. And this is where we are wanting to bring in that harmony, bring in that calmness, bring in that peace, and help us to relax. And if you've been having any pains around the eyes or headaches, the vervain is very beautiful to help to bring in that calmness and that peace. And with the energies, and especially with we're coming into the quarter square, and we're coming up to a full moon next week. The energies are really wanting to integrate us and bring in that integration of transformation. Now, this integration that's coming in with this energy is where we are. Some of you may feel like you are not in a, not fully there yet. Like you're coming through and you're not fully there yet. Yet it's happening, and you are transforming, and it is bringing in a beautiful harmonizing energy. Because the energies with that moon in Virgo, it really, if you've ever seen two Virgos together, and I used to work with Virgos, and it's quite interesting because they really work in harmony. Like, oh, I'll do this, and I'll do this, and I'll do this. And when I worked with them at Community, and I was it was funny because the manager of the department, I was the assistant, she was a Virgo. And it's fun how she surrounded herself with a lot of Virgos. Like most of the other women that worked there in that department were Virgos. And I found that very funny because me being a Scorpio, I was kind of like the out of sync. I was the kink in their chain, because I would say, well, why are you doing that? Why are you changing that here? Is there a reason for it? Because they all have, they're all working these little worker bees, when you have a bunch of Virgos together. So if you have a lot of Virgo energy in your chart, this energy is fabulous for getting things done. It's really great for motivation, for putting that energy together. If you don't have a lot of that mutable Virgo energy in your chart, then you might find you might find that frustration, or you might be asking a lot of questions and figuring things out, in a different way. Or you might be the type of person like me, which will say, go ahead, do it. But being a fixed energies don't flow. Fixed energies are fixed. So the Aquarius, the Taurus, the Leo, and the Scorpio are fixed. They don't really flow. They like to observe. They like to move at their own pace. And they will go forward when they're ready. They're not going to be pushed into something or told to do something when others are saying this is the way to do it. And just, you guys, just a Scorpio disrupting things, yes. And I don't have a lot of Earth in my chart. So although my progressed moon is now in Capricorn, which is interesting, and my progressed sun, my progressed sun is in Capricorn, and my progressed moon is in Leo. So it's quite interesting with energies and how the energies are changing and moving in a different direction. So coming into the flow of this, and into a flow of Virgo, and we are stubborn because we want truth. The thing is that we want truth and we watch our boundaries. So this is where you want to know the truth, and you're not going to go with the crowd, right? You see a bunch of people going in a certain way. You're kind of like, well, why are they going that way? What's the big deal? Like, is there another way of going? Should I go that way? They're the ones who'll go rogue and figure it out on their own and hold other people to their truth and ask them those questions, right? And it's important, especially with this energy and as we're going forward. And that's what's happening. I mean, in South Africa, I mean, for the arresting of Juma is a huge thing, because I know he was part of the African National Congress, and being a part of that party, and arresting him because he is a person who speaks for people. I don't know all the information about it, but that's just partially what I do know. I haven't looked at what the government is saying of what he did, and what's happening in Cuba. And people are rioting. They are wanting to know. And right down to the assassination in Haiti. Haiti is a real interesting trigger that's coming in with the energies, because he didn't go with the flow of what the other countries were doing. And he allowed his people to live and work and do their thing, right? And this is an interesting vibration that's coming in, because the vibration is saying, let's go. Let's move into our newness. Let's move into something that we are wanting to create. Let us continue. If it's something that you have been working on and it feels really good for you, and you're allowing for things to go into this flow, you're going to find that this is really working into your favor. And even with that, for some of us, we'll feel the anxiety that's coming through, because of, see, now I can feel that vervain working. I love it. I love when the shift starts coming in. It's it's kind of, well, not that I don't do drugs, so, but I can feel that shift of calmness come through, and you're just like, all right. I can feel the, with that energetic flow that's coming in. It's defensive energy for sure, though. It is, and it's this is where we come forth and we stand in our power to continue going in. Saturn and being retrograde in Aquarius, it is reviewing a lot of our structures within what we thought were right, or this is where we want to go. Is this right for the collective, or is it not? And this is where we find a lot of things repeating. The lockdowns that are happening again in Australia, and the people are getting a little pissy, because people are starting to say, this is enough is enough. And that's where a lot of grassroots energy comes in, where people are saying enough is enough. We're ready to go forward. We're ready to move forward with this, and be able to, well, live with it, or don't live, to live with it. It's a part of life now. This is what's there. And there are, which, well, I know that there's cures to it, but they destroyed a lot of it before the pandemic in 2019. So anyways, but for us to go forward, but a lot of people are finding that energy, we need the lockdowns. We are going to happen there, though. We have switched. We need, hold on. I'm trying to read what Candace wrote. She said, we need the lockdowns. We are going to happen. Oh, we knew they were going to go into lockdown. Oh, yes. All right. Sorry. Yeah. Well, we knew that they were going to go into lockdown, because they're just coming up with new bullshit all the time. And that's where people are going to be starting to rebel even more, because there's so many other things that are coming to the surface. And of course, with the UN and the WHO, who are very much trying to push these agendas on them. I removed the last comment. Autocorrect isn't my friend. It's not my friend either. With all of these changes that are coming forward, this is a movement of moving in the direction. This is a movement of us moving into a place where we are able to come into our creativeness and come in to a place that is harmonizing and coming into the harmonics and working with the harmonic energies. And when you get into the harmonic energies, you are working with the different energies of color. You're working with the different rays. So a lot of golden rays are there, and I see these golden dragons coming forth. So there's a lot of gold that's coming in with hues of pink. So it's that golden color with hues of pink, and there's a strip of white in between. So I keep on seeing these golden rays with hues of pink coming forth for making these transformations. And there's a reason why many have not, I know many are looking like for somebody, but many are not able to come into that alignment, because in order to do or to create a energetic way in life, that is bringing in the karma that you don't want to deal with. So a lot of millennials you'll find aren't married or in a relationship or have children because of that energy that they're here to harness and move with in this world. And so in having that brings in a lot of disruptions, a lot of disruptions. So we're going to be finding that we have to trust our knowingness. So many of us will be receiving an inner certainty, and it's a sense of knowing something without prior investigation. That's beyond logic. So you'll be knowing that something is up, or you just know that's not right. And this is where your intuitive data, your guidance is there. And it's your claircognizance that is can receive data in the form of blocks and sometimes insight and bringing that in. And it comes through the higher chakra. So as it's coming through, this is bringing in a knowingness, bringing in, this is where many people will just know they have to write a book, and they just start writing, or they just know this is the way it is. And many times, even before I look at the astrology, I will just know, no, this is the way it is. Like, I just a knowingness of, yeah, we got to get everything online. We got to put our stuff online. We got to get our communications going online so that we're able to connect with other people in other lands. That knowingness was coming into me since 2016 and 2017, and just not understanding how that's going to be formed, but knowing that's what has to be done. Trusting it is a big thing, so that it comes in with creativity and inspiration, and it'll draw on those qualities of that. And so writing or speaking or problem solving, delivering messages to others will come through. And sometimes you feel, if you tend to default to the analytical brain, where it's like, that doesn't make any sense. I can't do that. Why am I doing that? And when you lose things, you quickly remember where they are. So likewise, if you feel lost, your intuition will lead you to a place and to where you can reconnect and come into that reconnection. And people tend to come, or maybe people come to, like for me, they want to come to answers, especially to learn underlying motives or people's or places and situations. So for you are a natural, lie detector. Scorpios are, they pretty much, they will get a feeling. Sometimes, I mean, my Cancer will take over, and give that person, because my mothering comes in and I want to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I can feel that they feel lost or insecure. But that lost and insecurity is probably with sometimes is a diversion, or that's why they lie or deceitful, because of that insecurity. So becoming that where it's like, okay, this isn't mine. I have to take a step back and I have to take a better look at the situation. When we're developing this is what is the highest and the best guidance for us. And it's keeping an open heart. And with the energies that are here right now, it is keeping an open heart. So using things like hawthorn drops can be really helpful in helping to keep things open. Motherwort is another one that's really nice for keeping the heart open and helping you and guiding you. Because many times with these energies that are coming forward, and especially because I keep on seeing the harmonics, so a lot of vibrational energy coming in, that we feel bombarded, we feel overwhelmed, we can't sleep, we're anxious, we're overwhelmed, certain things are going on in our life, and we just need to come into a grounding. And yes, we do our grounding where, for those roots to come down through us, connecting with the center of the sun, bringing that energy all the way down and connecting to the core heart of the earth and tying down there. And yes, those are all beautiful exercises, but Mother Earth or Gaia, and my guides are showing me that sometimes we need more. So essential oils are coming in. Rose is coming in very strong. So rose is that connection of the heart, connection of the higher self, bringing that energy in. Orchids are coming in. Orchids are a very high vibrational plant. So a lot of orchids are coming in. So bringing those energies of those devas in too. So even though you may not have those plants, but you can call them in for help and guidance, the devas can come in and give you that help and guidance for you. And this is where, also taking into practice of trusting that cognizance that's coming in, and lean into the sensitives. So leaning into that, because that's going to help you with that knowingness and makes your mind and heart feel peaceful, and you're receiving truth. So a lot of energies that are coming in are asking us, and there's energy, like plants are there to help us. So I made a lovely bath tea, a tea bath. And what I did is that I put lemongrass and different basils, and I steeped it for 24 hours and let it sit. And then I drained it into one of my mason jars and labeled it. So it's there for me to have a bath with. And the basil brings in, lemongrass is very good for cleansing the chakras, and the basil comes in and brings in, and basil is really good for taking away any attachments in that you may have. So having that, and I have it in a sealed jar, and it's in my bathroom, and starting to make, if you can get fresh herbs, starting to make more of those tea baths, and you can steep them and then you can can them, like put them in a canning jar, seal them up. Those are going to help you when you need. So you can make a really nice rosemary one, and rosemary is really nice for recall, memory. If you're feeling a little bit out of the loop, and put some into your bath, and you can add some Epsom salts in that along with it. This helps us to also with our connecting and opening your heart to this energy. So when we're developing our sensitives, it is before you're closing your space or ask the consciousness of your object to come forward, open your heart so that you're aware of what the energy is. So sometimes you might be feeling the energies that are overwhelming. You can close your eyes, ground yourself, bring in that grounding. And as you ground, you call in, the energies of the east and the energies of the south and of the west and of the north. And you're asking for your guides and the energies of the towers to come in and watch over and protect you as you're wanting to get clarity on the energies that are there around you. And when you're doing this and bringing that energy forward and asking for that guidance, ooh, I can feel it. There's something pinging. So my heart is pinging. I'm calling it a ping, but as soon as I'm dropping in, I can really feel it within my heart chakra. So my heart chakra has been since the eclipse new moon, very, very sensitive. And I can feel a shifting coming in. And as I lean in and I know I'm protected, I know I'm going to be okay. And as I'm leaning into this energy that's coming in for transformation and for us going forward and walking through this door, this new portal, and of course the next, with the moon too, the full moon, they're showing me that as we're going through, many of you are going to be feeling like you have a haze in front of your eyes, or like you're wearing beer goggles, so you might be feeling off balance. Allow yourself to go slowly and take the steps that you need, and don't rush through this energy as we are moving through this next half of the year. We need to be able to move with cautious steps so that we are making sure that we are taking the steps forward and we're not being overwhelmed with a lot of the energies that are going to try and bog us down and make us feel overwhelmed. Trust in this guidance. Rose is coming in again, so trust in the energies of the rose. If you have people who have rose plants or a rose garden, pick the rose petals. And bring the rose petals in. Wear rose if you can get some rose, or a rose spray, and just to spray. I have a rose spray with witch hazel, so I use that and I spray that, and it brings in a calmness, right? You're feeling off balance every day. You got to center, because if you're feeling off balance every day, you really have to focus on your grounding, because you're going to be really thrown off balance, and it'll be hard for you to get your directory into the direction of where you want to bring in the prosperity and abundance. So it'll be important for you to really come in and make sure that you are consciously grounding yourself and coming into that centeredness. And this is where, when we do this, and opening our hearts and asking questions like, what is our message to humanity, which for me, it's coming in and showing me the flowers and the essence and the essential oils, and welcoming a conversation with this. And when you feel guided to close your chat, thank them. Like, thank you all the energies that have come in with me today and guiding me. When you're having those heart-to-heart conversations with the natural world, our things will continue to explore, but it's allowing us to come into and connecting, because the unicorns have been coming in very strongly for me. And the unicorns, they are the self-healing, and unicorns guide is a magical, empowering experience. So channeling the energies of the unicorn and bringing that energy in of love, and your soul will determine the energy in the flow. So bringing in that healing and that groundingness for you, especially with these frequencies. So because unicorns vibrate at a seven dimensional energy. So coming in with this creation and coming in with this essence. So honor yourself today and the guidance. There's going to be some beautiful doors that are going to be opening up for us. Watch your fear, because these are doors of opportunity excuse me, I'm going to yawn, with new relationships or new projects or new ways of making prosperity and abundance. This is going to be bringing in some new ideas for you. So allow yourself to be open to these ideas and open to this abundance that's coming in for you. And grounding is going to be a huge piece to this all. Hmm. Hmm. I'm going to pull, they said pull another card. So I'm pulling another card. So asking what spirit needs, what does spirit need to tell us? Ooh, Five of Pentacles reversed. Five of Pentacles. So spirit needs us to know that things are shifting. And the Five of Pentacles can be very much like the Tower card. So the Five of Pentacles, they're showing us that it is a time of transformation and change for us. This is an opportunity for new growth that we are taking, and that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So this is a renewed sense of optimism when this comes in. So when it's reversed, it's more like the Wheel of Fortune. When it's, the other way, it could feel very lacking and worry and loss. So it's showing us that there is passing and transitions of one phase and into the next. So we're moving from one energy and we're moving into a next. And this can feel a little bit out of balance. It's like me trying to it's like me trying to do the sun salutations in the morning, because you start with your breath, you come, and then you breathe and you go down, and then you breathe out, and then you breathe and you do plank, and then you go down to baby cobra, and then you're supposed to go up to ground, downward dog. A lot of times this, for some, me, this is like, okay, I can do that, but to go down to cobra, to go down to plank, I got to go to chair, then plank, then I can go and I put my knees down, I can go to baby cobra, then I go to tabletop, I should say, not chair, tabletop, and then back up to because of my knees and my flexibility. I don't have that, as my flexibility isn't as good as what it used to be. So I'm going to tell anybody under the age of 50, make sure you work on your flexibility, because when you get to 57, wow, 57, shit, holy fuck. Um, your flexibility may not be there. So it's very vital for us to, and that's going to help us. Flexibility is also going to help you with changes and movements, and that's where this is coming in. It's understanding the cycle of your life, and this is, we're proceeding into something new. So there's a huge shift of us moving, and sometimes in doing those new movements and doing that movement could be a lot for us. It could be very overwhelming. So making sure that you are honoring yourself with these shiftings that are coming forward for us all at this time in this portal that's opening, because we have this portal that's coming in, and then we have the full moon, and then we have the Lionsgate one, which is August 8th. So there's a lot of power that's coming in for us. And whether you believe in the Lionsgate or don't believe in the Lionsgate, when I find when there's a consciousness of energy of people coming together with a manifestation of opening this up, there's power. There's power, right? There's huge power. 8 years before you get the big checks. The big checks. Oh yeah. Um, yeah. And who knows what's going to happen in 8 years? In 8 years, maybe I'm not going to be here in Canada. Maybe I'll be somewhere else. I don't know where, but you never know. So change. I mean, I think of my last 8 years, how much change and movement that has happened in my life has been phenomenal. Phenomenal, you know? And they may not even have those checks anymore, Kathy, in 8 years, which is pretty crazy. So I'm going to pull out, where's my unicorns? My unicorns. If you are looking at wanting to get this book, this is a really good book. It's been out for a long time, and it really it's probably been reprinted since I got this one. Because this one, yeah. So this one is from 1988, right? Coming to Cuba with me. Yes, girl, I am coming. Well, you know what? Let's wait till the riots stop. Right now, there's huge riots in Cuba. Ecuador is supposed to be quite interesting right now, and the energies of Ecuador. So I don't know about Ecuador. Interesting. It's supposed to be really good for cost of living. So this one's from 1988. They probably have done a new print, but this one has holistic approaches and treatments, a possible interpretations, finding the right remedy, 38 Bach flowers, remedies in practice, experience and treatments. This book has been really calling to me, and so bringing this in again. So I'm going to start using my box again. Anyways, let's pull that card before I lose you all. Bringing my unicorns in. So calling forth the energies of the unicorns, and what do they want to share with us right now? Expansion. Spreading your wings. Expansion. So they're wanting to tell us to expansion, show the world what you're made of, and what is the guidance that what is the guidance the unicorns want to give us is cycles. So the guidance of cycles, that everything has its right time. We're expanding. Allow yourself to expand, but know there's always a timing for everything. So honor your body, honor the cycles, and tune in to the moon energy. So it's very important to tune into this moon energy of where it is. So if you're having trouble with the moon in Virgo, tune into it. Find out, why am I having issues with Virgo, right? And Virgo's all about a sense of duty, right? Routine, duty. They rule the house of health too. So health and routine. So maybe there's something to do with health that you need to be looking at in an internal way. And with that, coming into your sanctuary. So take time from the world. So take time to look at what direction that you want to go. And sometimes you'll have to do that a few times, maybe during the day, to see where you're going, or during the week. But it's important to take the time out to meditate and to spend some time alone. So mine, when I thought of spend some time alone, I got Candace, like, I just want to be alone. I'm in my cave. I'm fine. Just leave me alone. So, so sending you guys out so much love. Have a fabulous day. Go with the flow with the energies. If you need to bring in some crystals or essential oils, definitely do so today. And step into that beautiful energy that is you, and allow your light to shine. So may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, and all that you be, and all that you do. Blessed be everybody, and have a glorious day today, and allow your light to shine. Blessings.